Recently, I worked with a daughter whose father broke a hip, and prior to his hip fracture, this guy, even though 90, was a downhill skier. He comes from Scandinavian stock, and that was part of his life. She lived on the East Coast. Dad lived in San Francisco. What do? Dad breaks a hip. You're the only daughter, the only child. You fly out. You worry about what happens now. This is the end for Dad. And you're a professional yourself. You've got, this woman happened to be a doctor on the East Coast. She's got to practice. She can't leave it very long. She comes to California. She finds us and didn't know about care management until this happened to her dad. Now she knows about care management because the care manager was able to help her make the decision about the best rehab for Dad, get him back to his prior functional ability, and also oversee him as he recovered, and she had to fly back east to her practice. So she flies to California, she's here 2 days, she gets a care manager, she thinks that she's going to have to bring Dad back to where she is, finds that she can keep Dad in California. The care manager oversees all the transition from acute care to rehab to back to home with a caregiver, and now Dad doesn't need us at all. We only see him once a month. In fact, he's thinking that we don't even need to see him that often, and he's back to downhill skiing. So, I mean, that's a wonderful success story. It can't happen with every elder, but the idea that the daughter can now have peace of mind at a distance because she knows if she hears something on the telephone, if her father slurs his words, did he have a stroke? She can't tell. She's a physician. She might think that. She can call that care manager in California and say, go check on my dad. He just didn't sound right last night, and let me know what you see.
Getting to know care managers from across the country has been a wonderful, wonderful thing for me. We had a family that lived in New Jersey, and Mom was in our state and needed to move her. And so being able to network with the care manager in New Jersey and knowing her personally from the association was an excellent benefit to the family.